Attention YouTube reviewer, the following video is filmed on a private gun range by a firearms expert. All firearms are handled responsibly and at no point are any bystanders present or ever at risk. The following video also contains no footage of full auto firearms, bump stocks, firearm modifications, or firearm ammunition cells as defined by YouTube's community guidelines. This includes our outro. Alright guys, welcome back. Today it's going to kind of be a little bit short video. It's an experiment video. So, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the early 90s and grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. And a lot of us from this era kind of knew that this was kind of the start of not only the internet kind of time, cell phones, stuff like that, but also when anime was starting to come into the US and be really influential. And one of the anime I grew up watching was Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, it's one of those things where, back in the day, the third child, stuff like that, it's something that I was able to get into and with my friends, trade, stuff like that. I was really into it all the way up until about freshman year of high school, in which it kind of died off in kind of my group of friends, and then, I didn't, got more into playing guitars and in cars and stuff like that. I still have my original cards. I do keep them in my safe actually, and I have very fond memories of that time. As probably most people my age, in their early 30s probably do, of that early 2000s, which was an amazing time to grow up in. It was right there where technology was just now starting to get kicked in, and but you still had the old-fashioned go out and play type of mentality, which is about what I would do. So, back in the day, I saw this scene right here.
このような形で再会するとは残念です。
俺がそんな脅しに乗るとでも？
嫌だとおっしゃるなら残念ながら引き金を引かざるを得ませんな。
試してみるか。
ならば死ね。何？カードか。
貴様のおかげで貴重なカードに傷がついた。
くそ。
What? And I was unable to find this clip in English. I'm almost certain that I saw it back on 4Kids on WB back in the day or something like that. And I didn't think about it much back then as a kid. I was really into firearms, even though I got my first firearm when I was about 14 years old. It was I want to say it was a Winchester Wagon Trail commemorative edition 22 2-feeder. But I didn't think much of it back then. Well, I just happened to see the clip a while back, and I was like, I wonder if that would work. Can you stop a gun from firing, a hammer fire gun from firing with a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Well, I looked at the video. The closest gun in my collection to what is in that video is a Colt 1911. Kind of guns, handguns, and anime and cartoons kind of fall into two groups. It's either going to be a depiction of a 1911 or a depiction of like a Beretta 92. Not you. Not a cat. Beretta 92. So, I went ahead and I thought, okay, for this experiment, I'll use one of my 1911s. So that's what I did. And of course, Daisy wants to meet her. Daisy, Ben. I'm just gonna pick this up. Put you right there. So that's what I did. So, like in the show, I started with one card, it went bang. Then I went ahead and I tried all three cards, and it did not go bang, so I reduced it down to 2 cards, and it also did not go bang. So, with actually no, I did 4 cards, then reduced down to 2, which were these two right here. So I did, first I did one, fired, then did all four, no fire, then I went down to 2 cards and it would not fire. So, 2 cards or more in this specific testing will in fact stop a 1911 from firing. However, there is a caveat to that. Yu-Gi-Oh cards on their own are super thin. They're not high quality cards, which is one of the reasons why it's been so successful, because, well, you got a cheap product. Now, with a thicker card, like say a traditional playing card, those are generally a little thicker, so maybe I should do some testing on what type of playing cards will stop a hammer fire gun from shooting. And then maybe I can even go through and see how many Yu-Gi-Oh cards will it take to stop a bullet. We'll see. But anyways, here is that footage. Went in pretty deep, but it did not fire. So 1 card will stop, or 2 cards will stop the hammer, but not 1. As you can see, the hammer did quite a number. These cards are actually kind of fused together, kind of stuck together. I see, yeah, there you go. You see where that hammer kind of punched out a little slot on the cards. And you know, even when I did all 4 of them, you can see it did it on all 4 cards. It had enough oomph to kind of punch that little hammer spur out onto the cards. However, it was just enough to slow it down and not allow the hammer to strike the firing pin and make the gun go kablooey. So, just something like that. And no, these are not cards that are worth anything. These are from a Legend Blue Eyes pack that I opened up specifically to get some throwaway cards for this video. So, y'all out there are still big into Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't go me. Don't yell at me. Alright guys, well, like I said, short little video, just a little experiment, nothing too special. I actually only took 4 rounds of 45 ACB to the range for my 1911 to even do the test to begin with. So I'm happy I was able to confirm that after just 3 shots, 2 cards will stop a hammer fired gun from firing, or at least in this specific case, the 1911, which is as accurate as I can get to the show itself. Anyways guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I've noticed from my analytics, most of my video views are from the recommendations page on YouTube, not my subscribers coming in and seeing. So please hit that bell icon so that way you know when my videos are coming out and you can watch them. I'm aiming to do 2 or 3 long form videos a month. I'm looking for a editor and a film guy or camera guy, that way I can improve the quality of my content and do some of the stuff I really want to do. Also, check out our merch store. Big help to us. I struggle with YouTube to keep these videos monetized. As you can see from my intro, my kind of disclaimer that I had to put on this, the YouTube reviewers usually aren't very nice to us gun tubers. So please support us any way you can, and y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time.